you'll need to come back and come and check.
I understand. But see this little red thing here that's flashing?
I do.
So, anytime you like. So again, it's going to be, yeah, we're good. It's going to be 3, 2.
Yeah, okay, 1. Okay.
Excuse me, just want to. I'm going to do my own 3, 2, 1. So kind of keep it. That's it. That's better. Sitting back, nice and relaxed. That's brilliant. So 1, 2, very arthritic fingers. 3. So, Roy, I'd like to ask you today about a topic that I know quite a lot of people are concerned about but don't necessarily have accurate information about, and that's how to have a safe relationship with their mobile phone or their iPhone.
Yes. I mean, mobile phones are so essential nowadays that you can't really do without it. Nearly everyone's got one. First thing is, you don't want to chuck it in the bin. I'm just going to give you a simple remedy. First of all, don't go out and buy any of these magic stickers that you put on the back of your mobile phone, because I can assure you they won't work at all. The radiation from the phone will just radiate from the phone, and if you put any sort of sticker, it will just radiate around the sticker, and then it will hit the monitor at the same density as if the sticker wasn't there at all. So now, if I get a mobile phone, I just want to do a quick demonstration. I'm just going to, okay, here's a mobile phone. So, the easiest way to protect yourself from a mobile phone is when you dial out, and normally it would say searching, searching, searching. When that happens, you get this sort of a dense ball of electromagnetic radiation about 6 to 8 inches away. The nearer you are to a mobile phone, the less energy it needs. But let's have a worse scenario. Let's say it's going to be about 8 inches away. So when you dial out, this is 18 inches, by the way, from my head, and that ball of energy is about 8 inches. So when I'm dialing out, you can see it's not affecting my head at all. Wait until it's actually uploaded your information, that is your number, and somebody has received it on the other end of the phone, because then it's done its work, it's uploaded, and that ball of energy will actually reduce considerably. Then you just keep it about an inch from your ear and just carry on, normal. Most people don't. They dial out and then put it straight to the go, brr, 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 wait, and that is when all the damage is done, because all the way through your head you're straight in that 8 inches dense. So it's quite simple, and it doesn't cost you anything. Another thing you can do, there's lots of different sort of block socks, they're called on the internet. Just Google block sock. This is one I made myself. You just put your mobile phone inside, and there is radiation proof material which this is lined with, but the signal can still get in. You still get your emails, you still get your phone, but when you keep it on your person, it won't radiate the body, it will just radiate out. One thing you've got to remember, that is when your phone is on standby, you're not using it, it's not really on standby at all, because it has to make a contact with the nearest mobile phone mast within 8 minutes. It's called handshaking, and so within every 8 minutes it will burst into life, and you get this sort of 8-inch bolt, and it goes straight into your reproductive organs. Now, if you're walking in a town from one jurisdiction of a mast to another, and they're sometimes only about 120 meters apart, then it's going to register with that mast, and then it's going to register with that mast. So it's not once every 8 minutes, it's 8 or 10 times a minute. You get this pulse coming into the body. So really, a mobile phone should not be near the body, not only for men, also for women, because it's the reproductive organs that are going to be affected by this continuous burst of high density electromagnetic radiation. So just get a block sock, it's called a block sock, and then as you can see, the radiation is prevented from going into the body, and it will come out on the other side, or out from the top. Or you can bend this over like that, with a couple of safety pins or paper clips like that, and so the signal can come into there and out there, and it won't radiate into the body. It's quite a simple thing to do, really. So that's on mobile phones. Anything else?
Well, that's fantastic, Roy, and that sounds so doable and so straightforward. One thing some people have asked us about is the use of the airplane mode in an iPhone.
No, actually, I've tested airphone mode is fine. You won't be able to make any calls or download any internet information, but it does work. So, you know, when you're not using your phone and you're carrying it around, it's not going to handshake on mobile, on the airplane mode. It can't. So it's not even going to handshake. So if you can put it onto the airplane mode as much as possible, then fine. It does work.
So the next topic, if you're happy to cover it, would be kind of safe usage of either your laptop or your PC.
Right. Well, safe usage is just use it as little as possible, but we can't do that. You know, the whole world now is linked by your infrastructure from your laptop and from your mobile phone. So, you know, I'm not saying that you've got to use it, but you can use them wisely. Fortunately, I mean, laptops don't normally go on the lap. If they're running onto your lap, then you get the radiation coming into the body. But most people just put the laptops on a table. And modern laptops with that flat screen give off very little magnetic field. And depending on the model, the electric field can be high. The easiest way around this is that you're not going to be affected by the magnetic field, because that is going to go to background within about ½ an inch from the screen. But sometimes you can get, when your hands are on the laptop, you can get quite a high electric field coming through the body. The easiest way to deal with that is to use your laptop, but get a separate keyboard with a USB connection. And so your hands aren't directly on top of the laptop. And so just move your laptop back a bit further, and then you've got your separate keyboard, and you can type away, and you're away from the electric field. And I think that's all you need to do, really, is not put it on your lap and just have a separate keyboard. If you're using one for a long time, just don't put your hands right on top of it. Come away from that field and just use your keyboard, and that's more or less laptops.
Any other appliances that we use on a daily basis that you would recommend caution with, or a particular relationship with?
No, not really. Most of the equipment that we use today are quite essential in many ways. The cautionary bit comes in with mobile phones, and as you've mentioned, laptops. And as I've mentioned, there are simple ways to actually deal with that, as long as you it's not a question of throwing money at and buying the gadgets. It's knowing the technology and knowing these simple rules of how to protect yourself, really.
So that's a very hopeful takeaway, isn't it? That we're not doomed to drown in a sea of electrosmog, that there are simple things that we can do to protect ourselves.
Absolutely, you can protect yourself, but again, you've got to look at it without blinkers. You know, a modern technological society with millions and millions of people, we can only survive within a technological age. We need technology to keep things moving, to keep aeroplanes in the sky, to keep trains moving, to keep the food train going. Without electromagnetic energy, you wouldn't survive at all. So you've got to be slightly philosophical about the thing and put everything into a risk-benefit equation, and you'll be fine. Think positively. That is your main. Your good health. Think positively about everybody and everything, and that is a basis of good health, and that is a good barrier against electromagnetic pollution as well. Good health.
Thanks for your time, Roy.
Okay.
What are all these questions?
I thought rather than